Would you do me a favor and leave subject the fuck alone? Me, brother. So, I was about 17 when this happened. I was about your age. Back in my town, it was like the ghetto. That's what you want to call it, Subby. It was like the ghetto. The good old ghetto. So, me and my Hoodrats, we was driving one of them nice old cars. You see down the street, you know what I'm talking about? And good old cars. So, we was just driving around, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just driving around town, you know what I'm saying? And here's where the problem started out. So, we was driving around town, right? And one of my Hoodrat friends said he see some other Hoodrat over there. So we all turned to look and we see another Hoodrat over there. Like my fellow Hoodrat just said.
You stop sounding like a fucking old man from the 1940s. Like, shut the fuck up. Actually, shut up!
I never saw a Hoodrat. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you are, a fucking hoodrat. You can't even speak properly. Sounding like a fucking piece of, like, a freaking feathery lodge in your fucking...
We was young. So, we wasn't past the 20s yet. So, we was pretty young.
Dude, this kid got so fucking heavy. Alright, I got weak. I used to go kick.
So, let me tell you just what happened. So, about a few minutes later, you see, a whole bunch of Hoodrats surrounding our car.
What the fuck are you, like, freaking...
So what they do? They take us out of our car, and they hold us at gunpoint. What happened after this? They tell us to strip naked, and they take off my clothes. They take off my Hoodrat clothes. They take off my clothes. Straight down to the underwear. They even took off my underwear. And you know, fears when you're naked in the middle of public? I guess you don't. Well, you probably don't want to. And I'm glad you don't know that feeling yet. So, we were all naked in the middle of the street. Oh, my clothes were taken. Obviously, want me and my fellow Hoodrat. They brought us to their cars. And these nice old cars. About these nice red and white cars. Like one of them cars you see on on display. Oh no. So they brought us to those cars. They didn't bring us inside the cars. Here's the catch. They didn't bring us inside the cars, but they made me put my hands on the bumper of the car. What happened next? You can probably guess what happened next, but I'm going to tell you anyways. So, what did they do? One of the other Hoodrats, he took off his pants.
He's really naked.
I wasn't talking about my fellow Hoodrats, I was talking about the other Hoodrats. I was talking about the other Hoodrats that took my Hoodrats and me. These men, they still had their own clothes.
Tell the fucking story.
But you ain't listening. So I'm gonna have to explain it to you.
Oh my god. Just tell me.
So you can understand and I can tell this story without you be looking at me all cockeyed like as if I was a psychopath. So let me continue. So I was very scared at this moment. So I'm telling you, it was the first time I ever seen another Hoodrat's penis. Besides my own fellow Hoodrats. So I was quite excited, but I was pretty nervous at the same time. So you can imagine how I was feeling at the situation. So the other Hoodrat came up behind me and he said, "Spread wide, sunshine," and I was like, I didn't know what to do, so I started sweating and he slapped me in the face. And he said, "Spread wide, sunshine." And then I did it. I spread wide. And then gets a little bit too explicit here.
Say what happened.
I don't really want to,
Dude, you had no problem saying you were
go through this part, because this is probably one of the things that still haunts me today.
You had no problem saying that you were excited to see his dick, but then you're afraid to say what happened. Fuck.
Well, let's just skip forward. So,
I got pregnant.
that's what happened. Yeah. They took my legs, right? Back then, I had skinny legs, skinny old, wear down legs. They called them Hoodrat legs. Because every single one of us Hoodrats had the same legs. The same kind of legs. So, what I did, now let me tell you. This is the part where it gets a little bit disturbing. They took a rope, a nice long rope. Actually, it wasn't long; it was kind of short. And they tied it around my legs, my Hoodrat legs. They tied it up to the bumper of the car. Then they had another car. It's a nice shiny yellow and white car. See, this is one of them cars that you see on display in the middle of a store.
What's with you in fucking cars, man? Why you always getting fucked up?
I always liked me some cars back then.
When
I was about 10 years old, I always looked at cars, and my father always told me, "One day, son, you'll get a nice car." But I never did. Anyways, to continue on with the story, they then tied a rope around my arms. And then they tied that rope onto the other car. What did they do next? They had two men driving both cars. And the cars drove in opposite directions. Obviously, with me in the middle, you can imagine what happened. I felt like I was going to explode.
Is that the same feeling you had when you were having sex? Oh my god.
So, my body was obviously not feeling the way it was supposed to at the time. I was just a young boy going into university.
You were a Hoodrat. You can't go to university if you want.
Just because I'm a Hoodrat doesn't mean I ain't smart.
This is the way you fucking talk.
A Hoodrat is what we call a smart thug.
No, it isn't.
A thug
is
someone who you see a thug, he ain't even go to college.
Hey, so you know what a Hoodrat is? Do you know what it is? It's hood rats. It means you're a fucking rat in the hood. It's worse than being gay.
Well, I ain't a thug.
Dude, it's
As
worse.
long as I ain't a
Nicholas,
thug, I ain't give two shit.
Nicholas, a thug has a house.
I ain't give two shit.
A hood rat
As
doesn't
long as
have.
I ain't a
Nicholas,
thug.
a hood rat
Listen.
doesn't have a house.
Okay, listen. As long as I ain't a thug, I ain't give two shit.
Listen, people that live in the ghetto are
As
poor.
long as
You're
I ain't a
fucking
thug,
You're
I
fucking
ain't
poor.
give two
You're poorer than the
shit.
people in the ghetto.
As long as I ain't
Remember
a
that same
thug.
photo I took of the manhole the other day? That's
As
where
long
he
as I
lives.
ain't a thug, I ain't give two
And then I said there's
shit.
probably like a rat family underneath it. That's where
Okay,
he
so let me continue on with the goddamn story. Y'all was ungrateful. Y'all was ungrateful little kids.
Keep letting your ass get
Back when
ready.
I was your age,
You're
I was a
not.
respectful young man.
You know.
Just because I was a Hoodrat doesn't mean I ain't respectful.
No, you're not.
I was the kind of man you see
If you have
at
to keep
you
referring
see at gourmet dinners,
You're saying that you're smart, but you're continuing to refer yourself
dressed
as
up in a suit.
Dude, how can
with
you
a
be
nice
smart?
young woman.
That's like a black person calling himself nigger. That's not smart.
Well, guess what?
Stop saying
You ain't too smart either.
I suggest you shut the fuck up.
You shut your goddamn mouth. I'm 70 years old. Who the hell do you think you are? I'm like 4 times your age.
Fuck you. Bitch, you're not Santa Claus. I don't need to freaking worship your
Does it look like I give a fuck? Shut up.
You're a
Slut.
fucking hood rat. You live in the sewer.
Okay, so let me continue on my story.
No.
So, this dates back to when I was dragged by 2 men on driving cars in opposite directions, spreading out my body so far.
Where are the women?
What?
Are there any women in this story?
I don't know.
So you're
The
always
more I tell it, the more I remember. Shut up.
You're just making it up.
I'm not making it up, but it's real. It's happened. This is the story of why I'm here today.
What the fuck would you tell them that who the fuck makes up a story about them being ass raped?
Because it's what turned me from a kid to a man.
Who the fuck makes up a story about them being ass raped? To like make themselves look good. What the fuck?
Because it's a story of how I became from a child to a man.
So you got raped up the ass and that's how you became a man.
That's not exactly how, but it's part of the process.
That's initiation, right? So
Let me explain the process.
he must be fucked up the ass. I think I'm like a guy. I guess that's what's gonna happen to you too. Okay.
So after this, the cars realized that they could not drive any farther. So my body was like an elastic band at the moment. It stretched over 1 kilometer across the ground. I could not feel a single muscle in my body.
So you never had any to begin with. Did you say you had skinny legs?
My fellow Hoodrats looked at me in the distance and they was like...
How do you respect people for calling them hood rats?
They was like, oh, he's a dead nigga. He's a dead nigga. And I was lying there in pain. I was bawling my eyes out. There weren't tears coming out of my eyes. It was more like blood.
You fucking deserved it.
I couldn't even see anymore. You put something 1 foot away from me. It looked like it's 2 kilometers away. So, after this,
How the fuck does this signify shit?
I was left naked on the street.
You already
In
fucking
the middle of the street. And so are my fellow Hoodrats. We're just crippled on the road.
Because this entire story is just an obsession of rape, homosexuality, nudity, and fucking
Shut the fuck up, you ungrateful son of a bitch.
Nicholas is into BDSM. I'm gonna fuck you right on.
Okay, so what happened next was I knew when I saw this. It was about an hour after what had happened, and we were still lying out in the road, cold and naked, on a rainy midnight.
Why are you always naked?
A rainy.
Why are you always naked?
Because I was stripped naked.
Yeah, you
Did you not understand the story? You want me to explain it from the beginning again?
No, you fucking naked.
Okay, well then shut up.
You're fucking naked.
Who do you think you are?
You're fucking